Welcome, zingers, to another episode of the Benzinga Crypto Show. I'm your co-host, producer Aaron. With me, as always, is my lovely co-host, Catherine. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing fantastic on this wonderful Thursday in Detroit. It's a beautiful day out, and I think it's a great day to talk crypto.
That's true. We have a lot of news to cover. But before we do that, we have a special guest coming in.
Yes, actually. Yep, yeah. You are correct. We are switching up the show today. Just for today, we had some scheduling, difficulties. So, here at Benzinga, we roll with the punches. And so for you, we are going to do interview first, and then we're going to go into the market and some news updates. And so with that, who do we have to interview today, Catherine?
Our own John G, and I'm gonna announce him the way it's supposed to be. Our own John G, trader, investor, and entrepreneur in the crypto space. He's gonna talk about none less but Zing Coin. John, please. Hi. We're so
welcome,
excited.
John.
So excited to have you. Finally, nice. We have sounds. Finally. Hi, Jonathan. We're super thrilled to have you. Thank you for taking a minute from your very busy working day. So, what are you going to talk about today?
Yeah, so we have been building a lot. This was keeping me busy these days. A lot of building. We've got a mobile app coming out. We have a new homepage we're working on, new quotes pages, a lot of different things we've been building. So it's been keeping me busy. But I've been keeping up with the markets, even though I haven't been around talking to you guys too much. But a lot of good stuff. And today, another thing we've been building is the Benzinga token, or excuse me, the Zing token, or Zing coin. We haven't fully solidified exactly how we're branding it yet. Probably Zing token. But yeah, it's something that we've been working. You can follow along on the Building at Benzinga show. We did a show about 2 Thursdays ago, where we did some initial talking about it with Brian Moore on our first episode of Building at Benzinga. And we did a follow-up episode last Friday where we went through and did more. We actually deployed it to the Rinkeby test network. So we have an ERC20 token deployed to the Rinkeby test network. And so we're working on finalizing this. Planned launch date is actually tomorrow night, sometime between 7 and 9 p.m. Tonight we're going to sit down with Brian Moore on Building at Benzinga to just go through a few more options that we have with our smart contracts, just to make sure we're using the right contract before we actually launch this thing. So really excited about it. I think there's a lot of interesting things we could do with it. And yeah, you guys have any questions to start?
Just to get into Building at Benzinga a little more, it is a late night show that comes on at 7 p.m., correct? And we do have an episode tonight, right?
Yep. So we're planning. There's no consistent day that we do it yet, but it's usually starting around 7 p.m. when our rest of our shows start. There's potential options we can do some later ones. Here at Benzinga, you see Michael Murray right there. This guy is here till 2 a.m.
He's there every day. 3 a.m. every single day. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We were hanging out till 1 o'clock last night, building some stuff. I had some deployment issues that kept me here late, but yeah, we're always here building late. It doesn't stop. We're a global organization, and yeah, so we started this show, Building at Benzinga, just talking about what we do. There's a lot of cool things we're doing, so I just want to get it out there and just show people what we're doing and what we have in the roadmap for them. And Zing token's one of those things. Planned launch date tomorrow, and there's a lot of different things that we're going to be doing to make it fun and interesting thing to engage with. So yeah, I can go into that a little bit more.
That's exciting, and I've always loved seeing the products and the new tools that you bring for the company and for all the users of our community as well. So definitely will be tuning into Building at Benzinga later tonight with John G. Yes, his last name is just the letter G. So
John, I have a couple of questions, right?
Well, real quick, I just want to say it's not just me. We have an entire team of engineers behind us that do a lot of great things. And so I work with them and kind of
no doubt.
Pretty face maybe.
Our dev team is hands down one of the best dev teams out there. So shout out to
them guys. And we're looking for even more really good, talented builders. So cool jobs at benzinga.com if you're a builder, or John at benzinga.com. You talk to me directly, and I can kind of talk to you what you're doing, and we can find a spot for you if you're building stuff. So
awesome. I'm going to ask you just a bunch of questions. So the first one, what kind of utility does this Zing coin?
Let's get into the Zing coin. Yeah.
I personally love Zing coin name, compared to
Versus
Zinc
token?
Yeah, Zinc coin
Yeah.
just sounds a little better. But what kind of utility will it provide?
Yeah, so right now I've been calling it like a loyalty reward token, or we can call it a loyalty reward coin. It seems to flow off the tongue, I think, a little bit better when you call it a loyalty reward token. So the idea is the utility is going to be derived in the loyalty to our products. So we have Benzinga Pro. So if you're a Benzinga Pro subscriber, we'll come up with some type of monthly reward that we give you for being a continued subscriber. Maybe we'll have a special reward if like your full year subscription comes up, 5-year subscription comes up. However we do it, we're still working on exactly the game mechanics of how we do our loyalty, but that's one of the utilities. We also have newsletter subscriptions. And we'll have more smaller, different versions of subscription products to tools for traders, for retail traders, mostly in stock markets, but we do now have crypto in our Benzinga Pro, so definitely check that out. We'll be looking to provide more utility to the crypto community in our products. So that'll be one of the things that we'll have subscription loyalty rewards, but then also just rewards in general. So rewards for content creation. We'll get rewards for a lot of internal people creating content. There's a lot of content creators here. Obviously, you guys are doing this show Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have a bunch of different shows. So we'll find opportunities to reward our people internally for just, creating that content. Also just like tipping people, like there's ways you can, tip people. So reward for like doing a good job, helping people do good at their jobs. Contributing content. We do have a lot of contributors who contribute to our news articles that we publish on our .com website. Also, trade ideas. We have a lot of different trade ideas. We have Power Hour, which is, the trade ideas show. Luke Jacoby, Hot Stock Luke, coming up with trade ideas, getting guests all the time. So there's a lot of opportunities for us to reward people for creating content and subscribing to our products. So that's kind of reward token is how I look at it right now.
The utility definitely makes sense. And so I'm just going to play a little devil's advocate here. That's great to get rewarded for, being for loyalty and everything. It definitely does give you a sense of belonging to the community. But what kind of value does that, in turn transfer over to our, loyal user base? So what's the value there?
It's a great question. So we haven't worked out the exact game mechanics of the actual use of it yet. The ideas that I have currently are discounts on additional subscription products. So if you're a pro member, there's opportunities, you're earning more Zing for being a pro member. It's a premium product, but you'll get more rewards for being loyal subscriber to. So you earn more Zing than somebody who just subscribes to our newsletter. And so you might, after a month or two, earn enough Zing to be able to get a free premium content newsletter. So there's those types of opportunities where we reward our loyal audience and loyal users to get different subscriptions to different products based on the amount of Zing they're able to earn. Also, we have like courses. So if you earn enough Zing, you can learn take our advanced DeFi course and learn how to operate in advance with all these like new tools that come up, keeping up with like how to save on fees, how to like operate in these different protocols, like how to different trading tips, different just tips and tricks of the trade of people who, are using DeFi all the time. So if you're learning, just want to make sure you're keeping up. So different like courses like that, options courses. We have all different types of products that we offer at Benzinga that we can offer discounts for.
We definitely have a lot of products that we offer. So if you guys don't know what we offer, go ahead into that description below and check out all those links. I promise they all hold value to you, the retail investor, institutions, all the above.
Yeah, thank you, John, for hopping on. And
thanks for having me.
I'm sure that everybody's excited to have to be a part of the creation of Zincoin. Yeah, I'm voted for Zincoin. Can we make
Zincoin? I think Zincoin to the moon.
Zincoin? Yeah, it does sound a little bit better. Yeah, so thank you so much, and thank you for all the work that you're doing along with your team. Say hi to everyone. Can't wait to see you all in person.
You will be able to catch John G later tonight at 7 p.m. building at Benzinga. So tune in for that.
Yep. I'll see you guys then. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, John.
Pleasure.
Yeah. And now to the market, right?
Yeah. Now to the markets. What a fantastic update and, progress report from John G on Zincoin. Super excited about that project. We'll be looking out for that.
Yeah, and don't forget to tune in at 7 p.m.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to take a quick break, guys. If you guys like that quick segment from John G, make sure to scroll down on the video, hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already, turn on post notifications. We create content all day for you, and I'm sure you'll be able to find something that fits you, interests you, and everything else. So with that, Catherine, what coins are on the move?
Well, we're not going to go too much into different coins. We're going to talk about Bitcoin specifically in the entire crypto market, right? As you can see, it's still pretty red. It's not, you know,
we're still holding strong. Still holding strong.
It doesn't look very promising, but I'm sure you guys have heard, or I'm sure, and I hope that you have seen previous episodes. So we have been talking about the history of winters like that, and I mean by winters I mean special time in during the year or in markets that we see prices go low. But it doesn't mean that you should sell because the entire philosophy behind the crypto market is to hold or huddle, as we say in the crypto community. I want to touch a little bit upon what JP Morgan has to say about the entire cryptocurrency market. So the analysts at JP Morgan think that crypto is heading to a bear market. And I know that you don't really like to hear that, but and according to JP Morgan analyst, Bitcoin recent bounce is yet to dispel doubts about its vulnerability following a rout in May. And I know that May has been very disappointing to crypto hodlers, but the cryptocurrency, I mean, Bitcoin has jumped over 14%, in the last 2 days. But it still does not look pretty promising. So, and the momentum seems to be a little bit better. So in general, we have seen Bitcoin has gone around 36. So it has come back to 36,000, which is good. But the momentum might be cheering up the bulls. And I think bulls in crypto markets are almost everybody who holds a certain amount of coins. But JP Morgan analysts feel that the backwardation in a part of the future markets, where the spot price is about future prices, is a reason for concern. And let me just read it very quick what they said. We believe that the return to backwardation in recent weeks has been a negative signal pointing to a bear market. And they added that Bitcoin's relatively depressed share of total crypto market value is another concerning trend. As you can remember, or just check it on any data platform as CryptoGeek or CoinMarketCap, the domination of Bitcoin has significantly lowered. It has been usually over 50%, which means it held the entire domination of the market, but it has been going lower, and that's the reason for concern. We do have a couple of headlines that we want to go through, and they are very important, very promising. And I think despite the fact that we are potentially in a bear market, and despite everything that I have said, there are some exciting news for the crypto community. So are you ready? Aaron,
yeah, so absolutely. We can get into it. I just had a quick comment piece there. So after this analyst from JP Morgan sees signs of a bear market, let's address our title of our video today. Is Bitcoin set to break out? Do you believe that it is? Guys, if you guys agree that it is set to break out, or we're still heading towards a bear market, as this analyst was saying, drop a 2 in the chat, 1 for we're still in that bull market, going strong.
Well, according to sort of address that statement, according to several analysts, what you can see in the charts if you're using candles, so the breakout point was at 34K, and that several analysts suggested that it wouldn't go as low, and it didn't. And the general observation and the general hope is that the Bitcoin will keep going up, or we'll keep at 36K, which is, it's definitely not 60K that we have seen, but it is a little bit better than 29.
That is true.
Yes. Well,
it goes back down to 29. Everybody buy.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah. And again, as we have previously reported, right, that a lot of different crypto influencers just making sure that everybody buys in during this time and not selling because it doesn't make sense. And it's not investment advice, but technically, these are the times where at lower prices you would buy rather than wait for it to go up and buy during the hype.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, to headlines, we have a very exciting news. El Salvador becomes the first country, the first country in the world to adopt and accept Bitcoin as legal tender. Now, yesterday at Congress,
wrong one.
Yeah, yesterday at
I
Congress,
had the wrong one up.
in Salvador voted in favor of a bill that established Bitcoin as legal tender in the country. Now, what does this exactly mean? It means that you can pay in Bitcoin for almost anything. And it is recognized as, I'm not going to go ahead and say as national currency, but if you go and check Wikipedia page, El Salvador Wikipedia page right now, you could see that currency, under currency, you would see US dollar and Bitcoin. So that is a very again, exciting news, and citizens of El Salvador will be able to pay taxes in digital currency, and exchanges in Bitcoin will not be subject to capital gains taxes, which is pretty cool. I think this.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, can you please zoom it in a little bit?
I'll give it a couple zooms. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. And Bitcoin actually is higher than United States, which I think shows how much promise and how much hope citizens of El Salvador have for this one. Again, it's not going to be a subject to capital gains tax. Can you believe that? That is just amazing. And the price of Bitcoin actually went up by over 4% last night, right after. Rather than, I think, last morning after the news like that, which totally makes sense. So I do love one comment that we have seen on crypto Twitter, and I think Aaron
was it Joyce?
No, not this one. It's the comment about Musk. So I do enjoy this comment that we have seen on Twitter, is that in El Salvador, Musk will have to accept Bitcoin as payment option. I think the next one, if you're looking at our outline, it's going to be the next tweet. So it is actually a fact. If Elon Musk decides to sell Tesla in El Salvador, that's the one. It will have to accept Bitcoin because it is a legal.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Can you please put it on the screen?
This one, right?
Yes, that's the one. So I think, as you know, as it might seem as a joke, but it's actually true. So, and the fact that El Salvador will have Bitcoin as legal tender might also be a sign that it might potentially accept and approve other digital coins, on the highest governmental level. So I do have a question to everybody in the chat. If you feel like El Salvador is going to accept and approve different cryptocurrency, which ones would that be? I'm very interested to find out what kind of thoughts you guys have on this one. So yeah, just let us know in the chat. And the other very exciting news, and I just can't stop saying exciting because it actually happened in a matter of one day. Earlier today, I think it was very, very early morning in New York and even earlier in Los Angeles. El Salvador, and again, I keep saying that word. Actually,
I love how you say it. You say it with the authenticity.
But I speak Spanish. That's why El Salvador. No, the El Salvador. Okay, El Salvador plans to mine Bitcoin using energy from volcanoes. This is just unimaginable, guys. Just one day.
I have something on this, but keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. only a day after this bill was approved in the Senate of El Salvador. Just kidding. Yes, the president of the country tweeted that he has heard from different developers, and by developers I do not mean technical, but developers who work in real estate, that they are ready to mine or to use wells, and they have already built a well that will be just the first step toward mining cryptocurrency, and they're going to use volcanoes to mine that energy. El Salvador has, just can't stop.
So
has 23 active volcanoes. Can you imagine how much energy?
They have 23 active volcanoes for sure. But here's an article from US and World Report News.
Ooh.
Today from the IMF sees legal economic issues with El Salvador Bitcoin move, as in the economic issue of trying to mine using volcanic energy. It's difficult to harness, understandably so, but let's go into the article a little bit. International Monetary Fund said on Thursday it has a number of economic and legal concerns regarding the move of El Salvador to make Bitcoin a parallel legal tender. That comes from the economic concerns such as the mining concerns as well. There. Well, what do you think about that?
I do think that they're moving too fast, and in cases like that, you have to think about every single step that you take, what kind of outcomes it's going to have, and about different aspects of that. So I do in fact think that they are moving too fast, and they need to reconsider the pace with which they're going. And but another point that I was thinking, that if we have El Salvador accepting Bitcoin, what kind of other countries, and I'm not even talking about Latin America, I'm talking about different countries all over the globe, looking at that direction, and maybe even start considering this as the next step. Maybe Southeast Asia, countries like that, Japan, for instance, it's very, very modern and innovative, and it's the economy of Japan is just way higher than almost the rest of the world. So I think there is an opportunity there, but you need to understand that the whole world is watching right now at El Salvador, and whenever step they're going to make, if it's good, then everybody's going to praise them, which is obviously right, and if it's bad. Sure. Every single government official from every country gonna go up and in public or on Twitter, and they're gonna criticizing that, and they're gonna use it as an excuse not to do that in their countries. So let's just see how it goes. But it is very promising, and I do hope that they will be able to do that. And talking about that, and let's talk about the United States.
Talking more about Bitcoin, obviously, because this is
Bitcoin
mining crypto show.
Bitcoin mining specifically. I have previously said on this show that the legislators from the New York State were considering a bill that would ban cryptocurrency mining in the state of New York for 3 years. This bill has been accepted. Accepted on Tuesday, actually, but there are different drafts of this bill, and the one that has been accepted does not ban cryptocurrency mining specifically, but it does limit, in a way, the actions and the operations that you can take. The thing is that if you're planning to start cryptocurrency mining, only in that case you won't be able to do that. But if you're already doing that, you will have to limit your operations. So let me just read it out. Again, in its original form, the bill would have forced all the local cryptocurrency mining operations to stop for 3 years, but it was amended to prevent new operations from receiving permits to operate in an electric generating facility that utilize a carbon-based fuel. And it also limits the electrical consumption of existing mining operations at their current level, forbidding their expansion. So basically what this means, you can't go any higher or wider, right? So you have to limit your operations whatsoever. And
so wait, sorry to cut you off. Does that mean that anyone who has a mining operation in New York right now is able to continue as long as they don't expand or scale up?
Yes. So you will have certain levels that you have to fulfill, and certain levels and that are outlined actually in the bill. So you won't be able to mine at whatever pace you were doing. They have certain limitations and numbers which you have to comply with. And, but at least you can do it if you have already started. But if you were planning to do it in the state of New York, I'm so sorry to break it down for you guys, but you won't be able to do that, which is very weird to say that in a matter of one show, but it is true. And I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing. And even if you were planning to use a renewable energy, solar power or volcano power, probably not.
Apparently, yeah.
But unfortunately, you won't be able to do that either. I have a very exciting news item as the next one. I know that we have witnessed a Bitcoin boom and all the cryptocurrency boom in 2020. And of course, pandemic have actually contributed to that, right? And I do have a question to you, Aaron, because our next headline is the countries that benefited the most from Bitcoin boom in 2020. It's a report from Chain Analysis company. It's a data platform that does a very deep and expert research. So Aaron, the countries that benefited the most or earned the most in 2020. So which countries do you think they are? Are they?
U.S.
number one, right?
Yeah, I'll go U.S. number one. Countries.
Do you know any other countries, Aaron?
I was gonna start naming. I wanted to say Europe, but I realized that as a continent. Yeah. I'm just gonna go U.S. Yep, U.S. Europe and Southeast Asia area. I'm sorry, I can't give you countries because there's no general area.
Singapore, right? China, Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a
I'll do China for my Southeast Asia chain.
China, okay. And Europe, Italy, Spain, France, Switzerland.
Let's go.
Poland, the Czech Republic.
I feel like you gave me the answer in one of those options. Let's go. France. So okay, U.S., France, and China.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm probably really wrong.
I'm actually gonna, you failed. I'm sorry. Okay, so not as harsh as I did, but U.S. retail investors collectively made over $4 billion in realized Bitcoin gains, and definitely it is more than 3 times higher than the second country on the list, China. So, okay, you were right about the United States.
See, I got two.
Yeah, and China made over 1.1 billion. But what's interesting about the rest of them is that Japan and the UK are next on this list, and retail investors from these countries have made 900 million and 800 million respectively.
Wow.
Yes.
A lot of money.
Yes, a lot of money. But what's interesting is that these report is actually specifying Vietnam, which is so the GDP of Vietnam is, I'm not going to go as far as say the lowest in Asia, but it is a very, in terms of economy, it is a poorly, I'm trying to be as politely correct as possible. It is a poorly performed country. So if you go to Vietnam, you will notice what kind of prices they have, what kind of infrastructure is there. And I've been to Vietnam, and it is actually very heartbreaking. But still, Vietnam ranked 13 on this list, and I'm surprised that it made the list in the first place, because you would never think that Vietnam would would have as much Bitcoin as they are. So it is at 351 million they did, and it actually outperformed countries as Australia, attention, Saudi Arabia, and Belgium. I mean, I'm surprised about Saudi Arabia because it is a very rich country in terms of economy and in terms of GDP. So, and what's more even interesting, the Czech Republic, Turkey, and Spain in the list of countries that saw their realized Bitcoin gains significantly higher than expected compared to their GDPs. So I don't think that we have a lot more time. Unfortunately, I think we're a little bit over the limit. But
yeah, we just reached 2:30. But go ahead.
Yes. So the things that I wanted to say is that we're going to discuss a lot more, especially political news, because there are U.S. senators that are realizing that Bitcoin has much more value, and they're asking people to send their stories. But then we have Elizabeth Warren, who just yesterday sort of came up on the stage, and I say in public, and she asked the government to look into cryptocurrency and to actually regulate it as much as possible. So in a way, we're not entirely sure what's going to happen, but it is a crypto space. It's always an exciting day and an exciting week in the crypto space. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here with us. And as Aaron always
said, before we do, I believe we do have a little bit more time before we hop into the next thing. I'm just going through the chat, and there are a lot of people here. I will address that. And I am sorry we have not gotten to you guys, so let's do it now. How about that?
Okay.
Let's just go over a few things the chat wants to go into, and let's appease them, because otherwise I'm not going to hear the end of it.
We're here for
and I'm here for the chat. That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
So, all right, no chat questions. Web Slinger. All right. Benzinga, talk to your employees. Igor, I seen you. I'm starting to dislike the show. Wow. You can provide feedback at shows@benzinga.com. BTC or crypto market. Yes, we did talk a lot about Bitcoin today, but there was a lot of Bitcoin news. We do talk about the crypto markets.
We're definitely going to talk a lot more about markets specifically and their charts and candles and stuff like that on our next show. So,
Catherine, here's a question. What do you think about Cardano? Have you seen anything lately?
Of course, Cardano is a peer-to-peer platform that uses blockchain and smart contracts that everybody's supposed to trust. It was co-founded by Charles Hoskinson, which is
let's look at the list.
Yes, the thing is that it's a little bit lower today, and it has been a little bit lower over the past few weeks. Yes, as you can see, I don't exactly see the losses over the past 24 hours. But the thing is that, as I've said before, it might look a little bit disappointing right now, but if your coin has value and a utility and use cases, it's definitely gonna go up. So I would say that you should keep feeling hopeful, because it's definitely going to prove its place on the market, because it has landed among top 10 cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap. So it actually says a lot about the cryptocurrency.
Yes, and to wrap it up, I know there are a lot of new viewers today, so guys, I will ask this, guys, please smash the like button, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I promise on the next episode we're going to bring you a special guest actually next week. So guys, you are going to want to tune into that. She was pretty famous back in the 2000s. I'll give you that hint. She has some blonde hair, so we'll get into that next week. And then I promise next week as well, we will get to the chat questions more. Look at the chat tickers, make sure we address anything and everything that you guys want to get into. Again, Web Slinger, no man, we're not ignoring you guys. We see you, but we're trying to get to the content. So I do apologize. We will pay attention more next time.
Yeah, just for the record, I don't see comments, so that's why I'm not addressing them.
And I will change that, and I'll make sure she sees the comments next time.
I do have a question to Igor. Igor, please DM me on Twitter if you have some complaints. We are ready to adjust the show the way you guys like it.
All right. I see producer Rohan just entered my studio, so it is time for us to go. Thank you all for tuning in to the Benzinga Crypto Show. That was John G earlier, our special in-house expert on crypto markets and building everything and anything, tech-wise. I am joined today by my lovely host, Catherine Ross. I'm your other host, the one that you guys aren't here for as much, producer Aaron. Guys, stay tuned. We have a great show coming up, Biotech Buzz with the queen of biotech, Vivi, is coming up next. Don't touch the dial, your mouse, whatever, what have you. They're coming up. The next show will be autoplayed. So with that, guys, thank you. We'll see you next week. Be well.
Thank you, guys.